Hello everyone, my name is Mark Braswell. Welcome back to my channel. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I've been working on some new paintings for a show that's coming up in August, and they're all based on the human figure, male human figure. You can kind of see the image that I'm going off of here. I wanted to harken back to a series I did a few years ago called Einfach, which means easy in German. I really wanted to combine those shapes of the figure, but keep it in a very bright and really composition heavy format with massive color points moving throughout the painting. This is it. It's about 3 by 4. You can see this bright part immediately here. This is chrome. It's chrome pen, and I've been using a lot of Posca pens to create these textures. Once I do what I'm going to do here, I'll come up close so you can see some of the details because it's really, really lush. So what I wanted to do is this yellow here and this kind of peachy orange color right there. I want to solidify it. It seems like it's a little shallow, and I want to really make it more solid. There you go. Of course, I touch it, it's a little wet. Instant mess up the painting. Never do it again. You got to start over. Not my philosophy. There's going to be mistakes, there's going to be all kinds of blubs, all that kind of thing, and that's fine. That's part of being an artist. So I'm going to work on those two things, and then I'll show you a little bit of close-up of it. Again, I work in Denver, Colorado. Check out my website, it's markbraswell.com, and of course watch my videos. I'm also on Facebook. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on Facebook, Blue Sky, and YouTube, obviously. So let's get going. The music that's playing here is actually a mixtape that one of my students gave me a long time ago. They were kind of working in dubstep. This is, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a dubstep. So let's get going. I have a couple colors already mixed here. This is that same yellow color right here. It's a little bit darker, and I think one more coat is really going to make it more solid. You can kind of see there's a little bit of variation in the color there, and I don't really want that. So the way that you get your yellows, which are usually transparent colors, a little bit more solid, is you add white to them. So I added just a touch of red, just to kind of give it a little bit more volume, and then white. And so it comes out this really creamy lemon yellow, and I really like that. I may go back in and kind of shade it a little bit more, but that's another video. So here we go. Enjoy. Please like and subscribe. You can kind of see how that really solidified this whole area here. I don't want it to be flat, so I may go back in with some shading. But as with most art, it's one thing at a time. You can see right here that it's a little bit darker. That's because I made it a little bit too orange earlier, so I changed that, but you know, I'm going to leave it. Kind of gives a nice little bit of a transition. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah. What are you doing? Shaking the stand there. This is one of my paint cats. His name is Jimmy. He is a beautiful orange tabby. You'll probably see hi in a minute. Seems awkward the way I'm painting here, but I'm trying to let you see what I'm doing. It's not just my back. So one thing I did notice, and I'll back up just in a second once I did this, is I was talking about continuous color here, and it seems like this yellow here needs to connect to this yellow. So I'm going to make a little junction here just so it reads as one color. I'm going to continue this right here. So these two sections might need one more go over just to kind of get the solid color that I'm looking for. There's a little bit of white there. I like that kind of highlight. I might actually go for that. I want to let it dry though. It is important to not really work wet on wet. Wet on wet means, for those that you do not know, it's just wet media, wet paint, on top of other wet paint. So you can actually blend it and move it around in it. Wet on dry would be what I just did here, as there's no more yellow there, and I just put it over the top, so I'm going to have to do it again just to solidify. But you can see this already looks 100% better. It looks like one shape now, which I like. This whole, and even coming up here, I'm going to re-solidify this, but I need a different brush. The brush I have, it's not the best one. It's a little bit too flat. I mean, too wide. So the other color that I have set up here is kind of like that yellow, and I just added a little bit of red to it to create this kind of peachy orange color. Do you need to say hi to everybody? You won't let me kick him out. So I want to solidify all of this orange. I may even come up here and do a little bit in there. Let's do this part first. Again, here I'm using these Posca markers, and I'll show you how I'm using them. I think they're beautiful. It gives you a lot of control here. You can see already this is so much more solid. I don't mind little kind of less solid areas like that. There we go. Like the translucency of color, because I don't really want it to be just so sterile that, you know, it doesn't look like a human being did it. So I am going to come in here and kind of solidify this a little bit more. This color originally was hot pink and yellow. I'm out of this, so I'm just improvising here. I may come back with it because I do love this kind of very hot color that comes through here. Today is also my anniversary with my husband. We've been together we've been married for about 17 years. That's a long time, 17 years. But this is our 15th anniversary from actually being married. My mother-in-law texted me this morning and reminded me, you know you're getting old when other people will remember stuff that you let slide. So I can see it really pretty vividly now. This hot pink color here. I'm not going to cover all of it because I like this kind of very bright orange over the top of it because you get this kind of rosy look to it. So happy anniversary to me. Now down here, I may go back in with some of that more bright pink, but I do like the idea that you see the brushwork and all that kind of stuff in it. Okay. So these are the markers I've been using. They're called Posca. You can get them in a variety of colors. You see all the different colors I have here. But I'm going to use this light blue one right here. You can kind of barely see this, so I kind of want to highlight it more. So you can see it's just a little paint here. You can see how it's pretty bright, which I like. So I'm just going to come in here and highlight this. You can see how that really defines it a little bit more. I'm going to go up close just a second so you can see. I like everything that's happening here. So let's... So now you can get a good idea of what the textures I'm talking about. This is the orange that I just put in here. Made it much more solid. I think on this blue line here, I'm going to make it a little bit more solid. But this is just cross-hatching, and this is chrome. So when you get it in the right light, the texture is amazing. You can see I did the same texture with this purple on red, pink. And then here, this is the part that I just highlighted. And it's a little bit more subtle, but I love the texture that these things give. Here's some more of the chrome. And here's more of the Posca marker right in there. I'm really loving this. I think I'm very close to being done. As many of you have known, I have been making black and white paintings for the last, 2 or 3 years. And I really have a background in color, and I wanted to really emphasize that again. And I think I've done that here. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, all the stuffs. But I'm happy that you tuned in, and I'll see you next time.